I was addicted. I was lost, broken, until God stepped in. YouTube, this is your favorite YouTuber, Vontae Jack. But today is not about myself. This is just about my testimony and my story and my tribulation against something that held me back for a very, 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 very long time. We're talking about how I was addicted to weed, and through the grace of God, I was set free, and my life has changed completely. I am 25 years old. I began smoking at 18, 19 years old, 20 years old, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25. I spent 7 years of my life addicted, trapped. It didn't start off like that. What started with a try turned into an addiction that caused me to do insane things to chase a high, to chase something outside of myself, to chase something outside of God. I was trapped. I was literally an addict. And if it was not for God, I could not have done this by myself. I am in the United States Army now. I am a soldier. But 6 months ago, I was an addict. I was addicted to weed. Some might say you cannot be addicted to weed. I call BS. It's the devil's lettuce. It is. I went broke over it several times. There was times I had $1 in my account, cents in my account, negatives in my account. I would pawn things that I cared about to get a hit. Things I genuinely loved. I put weed over that. My wife bought me a gift. I pawned it or sold it to get money for weed. My laptop. I wanted to be a YouTuber for a long time. There was never consistency. Weed was my consistency. I was never missing a day of weed. But yet I wanted to be a full-time YouTuber. But my priority was weed. My God was essentially weed. My God was weed. God wasn't my God. I would scramble on my ashtrays, trying to just find one joint to just get one hit. It was sad. I was down atrocious. I had no respect for myself. I hated the man that I saw in the mirror. I hated him. I had no respect. I thought my wife had no respect for me. I would tell her several times throughout our 5-year closing on 6 relationship, now that we're married. I would tell her, babe, I'm going to stop. This is going to be my last time. This is going to be my last time. It was never the last time until it was the last time. And it wasn't the last time until there was a grace of divine order and intervention that set me free from those chains. I was chained. I was trapped. I was literally trapped. The devil's lettuce had a hold on me, a stronghold. The enemy had me. And the Almighty God redeemed me. There was a moment in time when I was spiritual, and I'm still spiritual, but my spiritual was, I'm God. I control everything. I can quit myself. I was big and macho. I didn't need God. I can do it. I'm God. I create my reality. And I believe we can create a reality, but we co-create. God is in control. God controls everything. Yes, our thoughts, our actions, our words, even our thoughts can determine our reality, and therefore I thought I was God, but I was not. I couldn't let go of a plant, but you're God? Really? Really? It wasn't until I went to church. I finally began going to church. There was one particular service. They're doing an altar call. If you're unfamiliar, it's when the pastor is giving a sermon. He asks if anyone here would like to get up and give their life to Jesus Christ, give their life to God. My ego said no. Not me. I'm too cool for this. I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm here. I'm giving it a try. But I don't need this. I promise you he pulled me. I promise you he put his hand on me so graciously. And I felt that tug of the divine. I felt the tug of the Almighty God. He pulled me to that altar. I was in tears. I felt an unconditional, unwavering love. Shortly thereafter, I was baptized. I was baptized with my wife. We gave our life to God at the same time. We were struggling. I could not provide as a man, as a father. I was struggling. Weed was my priority. So much so that I would spend a whole check damn there just on the drug. And since I gave my life to God, I have been clean for 6 months. I have a career now. We would almost verbally get into altercations because I couldn't step up as a man, but yet I had time and the funds to get high. This was getting placed over my family, and if that's not the enemy's work, if that's not the devil, then I don't know what is. But since we got baptized together, we got married, I have a career now. I'm not struggling. I was broke. I was broken. I was lost. I had no purpose. I have a purpose now. I provide for my family now. I'm a God-fearing man. This house that I'm sitting in recording this, I worked for this. I bled for this. I got sober for this, and it was all because of God, not because of my own works. My own works mean nothing. I couldn't do this without God. Without the strength of God, I could not go through basic combat training. I went through basic training with a broken pinky, a sprained ankle. I got sick. I never stopped because God wouldn't let me stop, because God wanted to shine through me. God wanted to use me as a vessel, as a testimony. I was hopeless. There was nights I would cry. God, please take this away from me. Take this away from me. No respect. Do you know what it does to yourself when you tell yourself you're going to do something, and you never do it? You begin to not trust your own word. And if you don't even trust yourself, then what are we doing? Years back, I would film a video on YouTube, day 1 quitting weed. I had no relationship with God, and here I am, 6 months clean. In the army, I have a career. I provide for my family as I wanted to. God has allowed this for me. God took this vice away from me. God put me in a position where I can now take care of my family. We're peaceful. We don't stress about finances anymore. I'm not pawning items to get a drug. I was in a dark place, and without the Almighty God, it would have not been true. To me, it does not matter if you are religious, if you do not believe in God. If you are somebody who has been wanting to release a vice, I at least urge you to give it up to a higher power. It doesn't have to be God. It could be Allah, the universe, whatever works for you. Give it to an entity greater than yourself. Allow something else to take control of the will. Because when I was trying to control my own destiny, it didn't work out. Once I got out of the way and I let God lead the way, life has been great. My channel is flourishing. Sure, I don't have 1 million subscribers, but my channel is flourishing now. I have developed the habit of consistency now. I didn't have it. I was too busy getting high. Now I'm impacting people. I'm inspiring people. That's all I ever wanted. I was young. I was broke. I was lost. And God has cleared the way for me. God has made a way for me, just like He can make a way for you. And if you feel like you're struggling with anything, vaping, alcohol, masturbation, overeating, any vice, marijuana, pills, whatever it is, you too can conquer it. But it won't be just by you. Maybe you can, but will it be permanent? I think it's not until you include God in your journey and allow him into your heart the timeline truly shifts. Doors truly open for you. We are a vessel of the Most High. And so when we put things into our body that cloud that, why would he want to talk to a dirty vessel? God cleansed my spirit. I no longer want. The thought does not come into my mind. I'm happy now. I am genuinely happy. I was miserable. And I know what it's like. I know what it's like to just, oh, this is my last time. It was never my last time until it was divine. It was never my last time. And I wanted it gone so bad. I felt as though demons had a hold on me, and that's because they did. But God is powerful. My God is powerful. And he exists within you. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And I just hope that I can be a testimony of that. I did not quit weed by myself. Without God, I would not even be in the United States Army. I would not be in this position I am in now. I hated my life. I hated who I was becoming because I had a son who was looking at me. 2 years old. I would go to the patio and smoke. I hated myself for that. Even though he was unaware, I knew. You have a... Do you want your son to be this kind of person? I would say. So why are you doing this? Why are you showing him this? Like, why are you allowing this in your life if you know this is not right? If you would not want that for him, then why are you doing so? And now I'm proud of myself. I don't have to hide anything from my son. And it's because of God. Not myself. Because the Almighty God. And all I wanted to do with this video is to inspire someone on the other end to know that it is possible for you. You can break the addiction. God can set you free. He is not done working on us. And we're going to be okay.